Okay, so it's January 2026. And if you're looking at this new map of the Middle East we're diving into, this Sunni Pincer dossier,
You'd think it was a mistake.
a complete mistake, yeah. The borders haven't just shifted. The entire logic of the region feels like it's been rewritten.
It's a jarring read.
So our mission today is to unpack how a designated terrorist ends up, walking the halls of the White House.
And what this means for our allies on the ground.
Specifically, why the U.S. just declared its most loyal ally in the region expired.
It all comes down to this new buzzword in the dossier, transactional realism.
Which basically means
It means the era of, let's say, values-based foreign policy is over. It's dead. Now we're in a time where stability is simply bought, not built.
And the face of that purchase is Ahmad al-Sharaa.
A name most of us wouldn't even recognize. We know him as Abu Muhammad al-Jalani.
Right, the former head of al-Nusra Front, an al-Qaeda affiliate.
And this rebranding effort is, well,
Yeah.
it's incredible. The dossier really highlights it. He didn't just change his name.
No, he traded the military fatigues for Italian suits. He's swapping this rhetoric about Sharia supremacy for talk of civil institutions.
It's the ultimate optical overhaul.
Yeah.
But the details matter.
Yeah.
Let's look at November 10th, 2025. Al-Sharaa visits the White House.
But he doesn't get the big photo op in the Rose Garden?
Not at all. The source notes he was ushered in through a side door,
Yeah.
the West Executive Avenue entrance.
And that says everything, doesn't it?
It's the U.S. saying, look, we need you to contain Iran, so come on in.
But you're still too toxic for the front door. It's
Yeah.
legitimacy, but kept in the shadows.
Exactly. And the guy holding that door open is U.S. envoy Tom Barrack. He's the architect of this whole oil for integration deal.
So Barrack realized that to normalize al-Sharaa, you first had to make him solvent.
Right. And to give Al-Sharaa resources, someone else had to lose them.
Which brings us to the 14-point agreement signed just a few days ago on January 18th.
And this is it's the death knell for Rojava, for that whole democratic experiment led by the Kurds.
The language in the agreement is brutal. The U.S. officially declared the SDF's utility expired.
Expired. I mean, what a terrifying word in geopolitics.
It's a signal.
It signals the complete dissolution of the SDF into the Syrian Ministry of Defense. But the kicker is the Al-Omar oil fields.
Control transfers immediately to Damascus. That revenue is what's funding this entire new regime.
And it funds the new Syrian army.
Okay, but this army, specifically the 84th Division, it isn't a standard military unit, is it?
Not even close. The dossier breaks down the roster. We're talking Uyghurs, Uzbeks, Chechens. These are rehabilitated foreign jihadists.
So they've essentially taken fighters from hardline Islamist groups, put them in state uniforms, and just relabeled them special forces.
They're shock troops, designed specifically to be aggressive against Iranian proxies. You're institutionalizing an insurgency.
You would think the West would be in an uproar over this.
You would. But the only real friction we're seeing is from France. They're the outlier.
Right. France has refused to sign off on this U.S.-Turkish plan.
Which has created this bizarre, this shield and axe dynamic in the theater.
That section was wild. So the axe is Turkey.
Yep, using their Bayraktar drones to hammer the last of the Kurdish defenses.
But the shield, that's the French Air Force.
It's a shadow war between two NATO allies. The French are flying their Rafale jets equipped with Spectra.
And Spectra is basically a high-tech electronic warfare suite. It creates a jamming bubble.
Precisely. So you have French jets electronically blinding Turkish drones to stop them from hitting Kurdish targets.
And it's not just in the air.
No, the French 13th Parachute Dragoon Regiment, their deep recon unit, is still on the ground, defying the withdrawal order.
That feels like a powder keg. One wrong move and you have a major international incident.
It is. But the dossier suggests the real explosion might come from inside this new system. They call it the ghost in the machine.
Which refers to the Shaddadi prison break on January 19th.
During the handover from Kurdish to Syrian control, 120 ISIS detainees escaped.
Yeah. And escaped is definitely in quotes for a reason. This is the vanguard theory, right? The suspicion that this wasn't an accident.
The theory is the new government just let them out to recruit them.
Yeah.
If you're building an army of shock troops, battle-hardened ISIS fighters are, a pretty valuable asset.
If you think you can control them, that is a massive gamble.
It is.
And this whole thing is overseen by a board of peace where the buy-in is $1 billion. It feels less like governance and more like a protection racket.
That's transactional realism.
So I guess here's the final thought. We just watched the U.S. trade a democratic ally for a reformed terrorist, all in the name of stability.
Supposed stability.
Right, but if that stability relies on rehabilitated jihadists and a billion-dollar entry fee, have we actually fixed the problem?
Or did we just fund a much more dangerous and much better dressed enemy?
We'll find out soon enough. Thanks for diving